back door. Now, on to the ghost stories. There are 6 people that lived in this house that have since passed on. One of them for sure passed away in this house. That was my mother. I think my grandmother might have passed away in the house, but I'm not sure. I know she had cancer. She didn't die suddenly like my mom did, so they might have actually had her in the hospital. But this area right here in front of the fireplace used to be, like I said, it used to be a bedroom. And that was our bedroom over there. And this was actually where my mother passed away, like the actual spot is right on the floor there. As a teenager, I'm going to guess, well no, I was about 12. I remember sitting in here watching TV when my dad and stepmother, who passed away also, her name's Julie, when Dad and Julie would go away for a Sunday afternoon and leave me home alone, and she'd ask me to do dishes. And I would come in here and be the typical teenager and not want to do chores, I guess. I'd be sitting here watching a movie, and then all of a sudden I could hear something in the kitchen. I get up to check, and the water tap was on. It happened probably about 3 or 4 times before I finally got a little afraid. So yeah, I started to obey my stepmother because kind of have to wonder if my mom wasn't helping her out on that part. Another story. Oh, when my sister was little, she did tell me just recently that, okay, this is her room. This was her room. And this was actually my room at that time. She told me that she'd often wake up in the morning, like in the middle of the night, and she would smell bacon and eggs cooking from the kitchen. And she'd get up, and there wouldn't be anyone there. Wouldn't be anyone up. It'd be just her and her dreams. Oh, God. And she said that happened quite often. And the funny thing is, my mom, that's one thing I do remember. My sister hardly has any memories at all of her. She passed away just before her 5th birthday. That's one of the things that I remember about my mother, is that she was a hearty cook. That was the one thing she was known for, like her hearty meals. Like, she didn't skimp on fat or whatever. So it makes complete sense that she would wake up to the smell of bacon in the air, because Mom would cook like that often. Now there was one time, this was after Julie left, and I was a teenager, and I had a captain's bed in this room. What the heck was that? Oh, that's right. I used to hide a package of cigarettes that I stole from my dad in my captain's bed drawer underneath. I'd kind of hide that in there with a lighter and matches. And I just open the window when I come home from being with my friends or whatever. Usually Dad was asleep, Tanya was asleep. And I'd sneak a puff or two. And there was times that I was in the room here. And you know, there's no doubt that I was hearing this because I was still awake with a lit cigarette in my hand. And I could hear, just at the door, there was a knock, and then I could hear a woman saying, "Rhonda." And I just got goosebumps just doing it from in here. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty damn sure that was my mother. So yeah, I quit smoking shortly after that, in my room at least. I still stole my dad's cigarettes. There was another story in here. My daughter, when she was growing up and she'd come to visit my dad and Rosa, which is the stepmother that just left, she would often, during the night, she would hear the hangers rattling in the closet here. She'd wake up all the time to hear that, and it was really creepy. Yeah, she hated it. She said it creeped her right out. What else? I'm missing a whole bunch of other stories. I know I am. But this I'm going to tell you about really creepy, because this one was yesterday and this morning. I've been up here for 2 days, and on the way up here, like I said, I know 5 family members plus my one stepmother Julie has passed away, and I know they're probably here, or some of them. I don't know whether Julie would be, but I know the others would be here, as this was their home. Like I said, they built it. So what I did was, before I left, or actually before I got here, I was in the truck. I remember kind of saying out loud, I said, okay, don't scare me at night. This is the first time I'm going to be alone in this house by myself. Please don't do anything to scare me. And I thought, you know, like, I know you're my family and I want you to come around and I want to know that you are here and you love me, but please don't scare me, especially at night. And it was amazing, because the last 2 nights I had the best sleep I've ever had in this house. It was weird. But having said that, each morning I woke up, first of all, there's a little story here. This door, there's the deadbolt. That's the lock position. Yeah, this, it also locks like that. Now, the only lock that anyone has keys for is the deadbolt. So we never lock the bottom door, because you tend to get locked out and you have to come in through the window. The last 2 mornings, like, I've gone to bed, made sure both doors or both locks were locked, just because I felt safer, you know, because my former stepbrother has ties with some undesirable drug addicts in the area, so you never know who might be around looking for him or whatever. So I made sure to lock that bottom one as well. And both mornings I woke up and they were unlocked. Like, this one was still locked, but this one was still locked, but this one was always unlocked. And I know for a fact I locked them, so that's just, ugh, scary. Scary, well, not really scary, because I wasn't really scared, per se. Now, the other thing that would happen is, while I was making breakfast, I'd hear a noise over there. Like, this is the kitchen area, and I would hear a noise from back there, and as I turn around, I noticed that Raid can that's sitting in front of the water jug, it was kind of rocking back and forth, like something had bumped it. Now, the interesting thing is that there is absolutely no animals here. We checked everywhere for mice. There's no mice. There's no sign of mice anywhere in this house. And we've been in here for about a month now, cleaning and moving around and stuff. There's no mice. There's no kids with me. You know, it's just me. So, yeah, that's the last 2 mornings. That's exactly what's happened. So, you know, just the fact that both incidents happened in the morning, after I was awake and having coffee, and of course in the daylight and not scared. I knew it was probably my dad, I would say. And also a huge indicator that did it for me was finding that card that we had written for him. Like, you know, on my 18th, the year that I turned 18. Finding that, and then finding the picture of my great-grandparents, and at absolutely the last place I looked in the entire house, and like I said, I washed all the floors in the house 3 times before I even found that in the closet in the master bedroom. You know, like, it was the very last thing I found. And it's, to me, that... And it was laying flat on the top shelf in there too. So, you know, to me, that means something. I'm pretty sure he was around, or he was around for me to find that just now. So anyway, that's our house. Those are our ghost stories. I'm sure we've got more ghost stories, but I'm 43 this year and my memory's not as good as it used to be. I'll talk to you later. Bye.